Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Adventures of Lolo 2, and now we're gonna continue on, and oh boy. Okay, more madness. Yeah, so today, floor 3, next to tomorrow or some other time, floor 4. As far as the uploading schedule for these videos, I'm gonna try to do the amount of floors that are equal to about 20 minutes long in a day, so that way, we can get through a lot more stuff at the same time. Because some of these floors are going to be much more easy than the others, but some of these floors are not easy at all. So some of these are going to be like longer than others, as you can tell. So floor 3, there's a couple of I'm trying to remember exactly what's really difficult in floor 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's nothing really difficult about this. In this stage, there's nothing that really difficult about this stage, except for one choice you have to make, and it's at the very end, and it's between these goals here. Now, notice that Medusa on the far bottom right, there's nothing really to block that Medusa there. So what we're going to have to do is block that Medusa using one of the goals. But here's the problem. If you choose the wrong goal, you could, really technically lose this and not be able to do this correctly. So what you need to do is choose the goal that points right, not the one that points left. The left is the most convenient one, but if you choose the wrong one, you will not make your way through to the end here. So make sure to choose the right goal. That's really the only key thing about that stage. Oh, this stage. This stage actually is not that difficult either. There's 4 Dawn Medusas in this stage, but there really isn't anything really extrememely hard. There is a certain way though you have to do this stage. You have to leave the top the top section of the snakies. You gotta leave that to the end though. There's not enough shots to actually get through all of this without having to do all that. So make sure to do that first. And make sure to do the bottom section first. Doing the way that I'm doing it right now, and you should be fine, I think. Actually, you could do the middle section or the bottom section first. It doesn't really matter. But you have to leave the top section for last. Oh, this one. Oh, this one is gonna be sometimes a pain. As you can see, Rockies! Oh joy! Okay, so we're gonna need to get a Rocky over here. There are 2 respawning points. One point is next to this water right here, which is right there. The other respawning point is actually right next to the Medusa. There's no way to actually block out that Medusa with just a Rocky. So we're gonna have to respawn something else over there. So that's what the snakies are for. Yep, we just respawn, put that there, and now we just have to wait for that snaky to respawn at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we have to contend with Rocky here. As you can see, he's gonna be a pain. As you can see, we have to just try to block him out here and try to get him out of this section here. It's not gonna be easy because the Rocky just doesn't go the right way. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, I totally had it there. Stupid Rocky, you idiot. Do you see why I really hate Rocky? Do you see why I don't want him in any of my levels? I mean, this is why idiocy. Come on! Oh, totally had it there, too. At least he moves left and gets out. Okay, good. I got it. Alright. So now we can grab that last heart here. Oh, such irritating BS. Okay, so now we gotta just get Rocky to come all the way back over here. And now we can go get that treasure box. It's not a really hard stage, but it's a little annoying because of those Rockies. So, there's 3 of them, so... yeah, you don't really have to worry too much about that stage. Oh, this stage. This one! This one, oh. This is all about respawning goals in the correct order. Now, you can do this any way you want, technically, but the way you go and choose which order the goals disappear, that's going to make a really big difference on how difficult this stage is going to be. So, if you choose the left goal and go clockwise from there, none of those goals will ever hurt you. So you don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry about is the rest of the goals, you know. So they're already pointing towards the treasure box. As you can see, kind of know where I'm going with this one. The top right heart is going to be the final heart that you get, and you're going to have to find a way all the way to the end. So yeah, this one's kind of like, it's one of those stages. But for the most part, if you go in a certain order, you know, for the goals at the very beginning, this makes it so much ridiculously easier than if you try to do it another way, you know. I think you can, but there are other ways you can do this, just as long as the goals don't get in the way of trying to beat this stage, you know. So as long as you do everything in that order, you should be fine. I believe that last part will send us the arrow power. Good, okay. So now we have to move this block all the way to the Medusa on the far right. Okay, now we have to release one of these arrows. And I'm just thinking right now because, you know, I'm getting a little nervous because, you know, like I said, avoiding goals are not that simple. You know, it seems really simplistic, but it's, oh jeez. Yeah, right there. Watch out for this one. Oh jeez. I tried to make this one simple because this is really the first one that really has goals in it that really could, yes, watch out. Go this way. Go this way, watch out. There. And there we go, okay. Like I said, I did this on purpose to make an introduction to these guys. Oh, and this stage's not that difficult, but there are a couple of things that you have to keep that leaper alive. You have to keep the leaper alive in order for you to get to the treasure box. The treasure box is protected by that Medusa. You're gonna have to find something to respawn in that spot. And what better thing to respawn than snakies? So I'm gonna use one of these snakies here. And the snakey is actually going to respawn right to the left of me. So, and I did that too so you can get the Medusa really easily. There's no way to get to that Medusa anyway, to block the bottom left Medusa. So that's the only way to do it, just to move a snaky there. Alright, so we got that. We're good with that snaky. Now remember where that responds to, because that's going to play a key part in that's going to play a key part for the treasure box. You know? Because if you don't block that spot, if there's nothing guarding that spot, you can't get Snaky to respawn in the right place. So be really careful about that. And we also don't forget that we need another shot to move Leaper into the water and get to the treasure box. So push this emerald framer here, wait for the skull, and push this now here, so that way it blocks off that hole. And then it will respawn below that bottom left Medusa. So, yeah, there's a lot of tricky things now. We're starting to get a little bit more interesting, as you can see. So yeah, gotta wait for it to respawn now. I usually wait for it to respawn, but just to make sure that I cover the right spot, I do half emerald spaces sometimes. And there we go. There's our snaky way down there. So all we have to do now is push Leaper into the water and get us to that treasure box. So yeah, this is starting to get much more difficult, as you can see. The puzzles and challenges are getting a lot more interesting. That's why it's getting better, I would think. Okay, so we are done with floor 3 today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next time we'll do floor 4. It's a lot more difficult. See you guys later. Take care. Bye.